welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you're new. My name is Hallie and I'm so happy that you're here. So for the next few days, I actually have some free time where I don't have anything scheduled for like a reading vlog. And I was about to sit down and have a really cozy night of reading, and I realized that the next few reads that I have picked out are all like later on in a series. And it is a huge goal of mine to get through my physical TBR, which does include quite a bit of series because I am a crazy person and I love to order the full series of books before I've read them all. So I do own quite a bit of full series in a physical copy that I have not read yet. So it's a huge goal of mine to get through a lot of the series that I currently own. So I thought it'd be fun to do the video where you like try and finish all the series that you're in the middle of. Obviously, I'm not going to finish all the book series that I'm in the middle of in this video, but it might be fun to start this as a series like I've seen so many other booktubers do. I feel like I'm always going to be in the middle of some series, but it's still just really fun and encouraging to try and get through some of the series that you own. I've never done a video where I like specifically go through every single series that I'm in the middle of, so let me know if you'd want to see that. But for today's video, we are just gonna have a cozy little reading vlog. It might end up being a little bit shorter than my typical reading vlogs are because, like I said, I only have a few days in between when I have anything scheduled for like full-on reading vlog. And I always forget that I can also just make vlogs out of my cozy little casual reading time, even if it's just a few days. Sometimes I feel like I can only do reading vlogs if I am doing like an entire week of reading or something like that, and I forget that I can also just do a vlog where it's just a couple of days of reading and it doesn't really have a theme. It's just what I'm kind of in the mood to finish. So far what I'm thinking I want to finish throughout today and tomorrow is Crown of Midnight. This is the second book in the Throne of Glass series. I actually have been reading this throughout today. I literally had such a lazy day with the kids. I got ready, took a few photos I needed to take for like thumbnails and stuff like that, and then I literally just sat and read all day long, and it was like the coziest, most relaxing reading day ever. So I actually made it to chapter 35 today. I think I only have like 125 pages in this, so I want to finish this tonight. I'm like in such a reading mood right now, and like the vibes are so cozy. I've had like a fall ambiance video on for the past few hours. I have all my lights turned down, like just such cozy vibes, you know? So first book that I want to finish is Crown of Midnight by Sarah J. Maas, second book in the Throne of Glass trilogy. The second book that I have my eye on is How the King of Elfhame Came to Hate Stories. I actually was going to sit down and start this at the end of my last 24-hour reading vlog that I just posted, I think a week ago actually. I posted it now. I was going to sit down and start this, and then I ended up just hanging out with Marky because it was the night of Mark's birthday, so I never actually started this, but it has been on my mind since I finished Queen of Nothing, which is the last book in the Cruel Prince trilogy. And this is kind of like a little novella. I feel like this is gonna go by super fast because in between, there's a car driving by. Anyway, I think it's gonna go by super fast because in between all the words, like literally on almost every single page, there's like graphics and stuff like that. So there's not even like full words on each page. And to begin with, it's already like really short. So I feel like this is just gonna be a really quick and easy read, and also just like really cozy vibes because of all the illustrations, especially because this is coming at the end of the series. I already feel like I know all the characters so well, and I love all the characters so much already. So being able to enter the world again through this little novella, I feel like is just gonna be a really cute and fun cozy time. The last book that I have my eye on is actually on my Kindle. It is the second Heartstopper book. So I mentioned, I think actually in that 24-hour reading vlog as well, I mentioned that I had read the first Heartstopper book, and I originally just downloaded it on my Kindle because they had it available for free on Libby, and I was looking for something like cozy to read before bed, but I didn't really want to start like a super long book or anything. So when I saw that that was available, I was like, you know, this seems like the perfect time to try out a graphic novel. I had never read a graphic novel before, and when I tell you, within the first like 50 pages of that book, I felt so emotionally attached to the characters. I don't know, I loved it so much, and honestly reading it before bed was like so cozy, and it just felt like watching like a comfort TV show. Like when you lay down for bed and you like want to watch just like a cozy, comforting little TV show, like that is what reading that felt like. So when I finished that one, I immediately went to Libby and put a hold on the next books in the series, and I just got the notification that my rental was available, or whatever it's called on Libby. I don't know what it's called, but I got the notification that I was able to borrow the second Heartstopper book, so I downloaded that to my Kindle. I'm so excited to read that one. Those books are just like so quick and easy to read, obviously because it's graphic novel, so like it's majority pictures, I feel like, but I don't know, I just love the story so much. I literally found myself tearing up at the end of the last one because I was like low-key emotionally invested in the characters. Like I said, I don't know, it just feels cozy and it feels like nostalgic to read. I don't even know how to explain that, but we all know that like that is gonna get me. If it feels nostalgic and cozy, it's gonna do it for me every time. So those are the 3 books that I kind of have my eye on. I don't know if I'll end up picking anything else up because like I said, I'm just gonna be reading throughout tonight and then tomorrow. So I don't know how many books I will get through. I feel like this is probably the realistic amount of what I would get through because again, I am planning on spending tonight finishing this. I like have to finish it and know how it ends. I feel like I'm gonna have the hardest time not just picking up the next book immediately after this one because the further I get into this book, I'm like slowly getting more connected to the characters, and also I'm getting the sense that this series is gonna be like one of those series where none of the characters are safe, and it's kind of giving me a little bit of anxiety because I'm like, oh my god, I don't want to get too attached to anybody and then they, you know, I have to finish her. But I'll probably read How the King of Elfhame Came to Hate Stories, or learned, I always say came to hate stories, learned to hate stories, and Heartstopper number 2 tomorrow. And I'll probably save Heartstopper for tomorrow night, to be honest, because there's something about reading it on my Kindle at night. I don't know, I really want to go and get the physical copies though, because the first one was just so cute. Like, I think I want the physical copies, but for now, let's get cozy and read Crown of Midnight and hopefully finish it. I'm on page 378 and true to Sarah J. Maas writing, it's crazy. I know it's coming every single time, but then the last 100 pages of the book is like, I'm gagged right now. I'm sad. I'm sad. Oh, okay. What did I just... I finished the book. Let me start off by saying, throughout this entire book, I just kept thinking to myself, Selena Sardathian is that bitch. Okay, she just is. Also, the plot of this went so many places that I just was not expecting it to go. I don't even know like what I want to rate this. I'm going between 4.75 and 5. I feel like the second half of this book was definitely giving like 5-star feeling, like the way that I was so shook over and over and over again. But like the first half of this book was low-key a little bit slow. So that's the only reason why I'm like, okay, maybe it's like a 4.75, because all my 5 stars, it's like I'm eating it up the entire time. And like, not to say I wasn't eating it up in the first half, because it definitely was interesting. It just was very slow. Like it was kind of a lot. I don't know. It just was like kind of getting back into setup territory, but then like the end popped off again. I'm like so shook right now. And like what's crazy is I saw something on TikTok that like said a sentence from this book, and I remember listening to half the TikTok and then I thought to myself, this seems like it could be a spoiler, but like I had no reference to what it was talking about, so I didn't know if it was a spoiler, so I just skipped it instead. And I feel like the ending would have hit just a little bit harder if I hadn't heard that on TikTok before, because as soon as I read something, like literally 20 pages left in the book, no, not even, like 10, maybe even 5 pages left in the book, I like read something and instantly remembered that TikTok, and I was like, oh my god, is that what it is? Instead of like reading it and being, you know, shook to I mean, I'm still shook because now I have like context for what it was saying, so like it means so much more. But like this was so good, and I can't, maybe if I figure it out by the time that I'm editing this vlog, I'll put what I rated it right here, but right now I'm going between 4.75 and 5 stars, so I'll put right here whatever my final rating is or whatever I put on Goodreads. But this was so good, and the way that the ending sets up, like I genuinely cannot wait to get further into the series. I think the next book is Assassin's Blade. I'm so excited. I'm really nervous to read Assassin's Blade because everyone says that it's like emotional, so this was so good. I'm so happy I finally started The Throne of Glass. So far it's eating, so I finished her. What a cozy night of reading. My TV turned off now because I actually don't know why it turned off, but such a cozy little night of reading. I love whenever I have nights where I'm able to just like disappear into the book. It's just like the best feeling in the world whenever you get cozy and you have like mood lighting, and when the vibe is just right, it's like magical. So anyway, finish this. It is 10:46 p.m. I think I'm gonna wash my face off, go to sleep, and then I will see you guys tomorrow morning, probably. Okay. I wanted to have a cute and cozy fall day reading outside, but it is currently, I think, 100 degrees outside in Arizona. So I read in my bed this morning until I was at the end of the book, and now I'm going to try and enjoy reading outside in the shade for the last like 50 pages of the book, because I want to be outside and I wish it was cooler, but I'm just gonna take it. And yes, I'm wearing a sweatshirt because this is what I was wearing this morning and I don't feel like changing, so we're just gonna be hot outside. I had to come inside because by the time I finished this, I was so hot outside. I was like, I just need some AC so I can actually talk, because while I did enjoy sitting outside, it is just so hot. I think that the next few days are like the last few days of heat in Arizona, and then we're finally gonna get fall weather. Anyway, I finished this book. This was honestly so cute. It was really interesting because I had no idea like what this was about. I just knew that it was a novella that goes after the series. I love going into books blind, especially books that are farther into a series. I mean, just any book really. I feel like most of the time I want to go in like completely blind, if not just knowing like the bare minimum about the book. So I had no idea what this was about, and so it was really interesting because it's kind of like a group of different stories that are either from like the past before the Cruel Prince trilogy takes place, and then there's a couple of scenes that take place during the Cruel Prince trilogy, but you get to see it from a different perspective and kind of have like a backstory to that. But then there's also a few scenes that take place after the Cruel Prince trilogy takes place as well. So you kind of get a glimpse into different stories and different perspectives from before, during, and after the Cruel Prince trilogy, and I did not expect that, so that was like honestly really cool. I love the illustrations in this book. Like they are just so beautiful. I want to like frame the art in this. At the beginning of every chapter, there's these cover pages, and then you turn the page and you get to see the other side that is like covered with the title here, which I feel like is just so thoughtful, and it kind of like sets the scene for each chapter that you're going into. And then like almost in the middle of the book, they have this like 2-page piece of art, which I literally just sat and stared at because I was like, this is just so beautiful. So anyway, I think that I'm gonna rate this like 4 stars, 4.5 stars, because it was just like a collection of stories. Nothing really crazy happened in it, but it was very like wholesome and comforting because I do love these characters so much already from the trilogy, obviously. So I did still still really enjoy it, and I think it's definitely worth reading. I feel like there's a lot that kind of gets explained in here that does honestly explain a lot and give you kind of like a different understanding for things that happened during the Cruel Prince trilogy that kind of just happened on the sidelines and you didn't really get explanation for in the books because there was so much else going on. So I did really like that as well. It's kind of the same way that I feel about The Lost Sisters, which is a novella that goes between the first and the second book in the Cruel Prince trilogy. That also is like the same thing where it gives kind of just backstory and a different perspective to a lot of things that happened in that book, and it kind of made me just have a new appreciation or understanding for some of the events that went on because I'm understanding like where this person was coming from or what happened before that to kind of lead up to that or whatever. So really enjoyed this. And yesterday I actually ordered the trilogy that comes after this. I think it's called The Something Heir, The Stolen Heir, and Prisoner's Throne, and I got the Barnes & Noble special editions of them because they're black and gold, which I was kind of going back and forth between because I really want to buy this entire series in hardback and then either sell or donate my paperback versions because I just love the series so much. I feel like I want it all in hardcover. But the Barnes & Noble special edition hardcovers of the Cruel Prince trilogy I guess came out a while ago, and people are reselling them for hundreds of dollars, and I can't pay that, especially because there's 4 books technically including the novella that I would have to buy for them to all be black and match. So I was kind of going back and forth between if I wanted to get the Barnes & Noble special edition for those 2 books because it'll be like all kind of white vibes on the spine and then black. But what convinced me is that I just hate that, like, say I didn't get the Barnes & Noble special edition and then I change my mind later on down the road, it's gonna be like hundreds of dollars to get them, whereas like later on down the road I could always just get the regular hardback if I decide that I don't like the black with the white, if that makes sense. So anyway, I decided to just go ahead and get the Barnes & Noble special edition because I'd rather pay a normal price for them than have to pay hundreds and hundreds of dollars if I want them later on down the road. So anyway, that was like a quick ramble about book shopping. But speaking of book shopping, the next book that I want to read obviously is Heartstopper Volume 2. I kept thinking about it and I think I really want to go and get the physical copy of the books. So I looked on Target and they actually have a boxed set of books 1 through 4 for like $35 or something like that, which at Barnes, the boxed set for books 1 through 4 I think is like $60. So I always like check Target and Amazon first because the prices are just so much better. Like, I love going to Barnes and shopping, but to be honest, I feel like mainly the only books that I ever buy from Barnes are like the special editions that I just can't get anywhere else, obviously because it's a Barnes & Noble special edition, or if it's a book that I just like can't find anywhere else. But for the most part, like the only books that I really buy from Barnes anymore are just like the special editions. But I still love to go and like browse there and like make a list there, and then I get it for a better deal somewhere else. So I think I'm gonna go to Target and get the boxed set. I think that Target is also having their like buy 2 get 1 free sale, so I will be able to get a book for free if I can find the boxed set for books 1 through 4 and then book 5. Then like maybe I'll pick a book to get for free with that too. But yeah, the only Target that has the boxed set in stock is all the way in Tempe. So I am going to get in the car, head that way. I'm a little bit nervous because I never really go to that area to shop. If you're someone who also has like anxiety, it has taken me a long time to even get to the point where I'm like okay going shopping by myself because I'm just so anxious all the time. Especially after COVID, I would literally have panic attacks as soon as I got into the store because I just couldn't stop thinking and like snowballing about what could happen to me while I'm there by myself. So even just me like being able to go into stores by myself without having a panic attack is a huge feat. And every once in a while, if I'm like having, I don't even know what triggers it really anymore, but every once in a while if I'm having a really anxious day, sometimes I'll still start to feel myself start to panic and I have to like talk myself off the ledge and remind myself that I'm okay. So I am a little bit nervous about going to that Target because it's in an area that I'm not really familiar with and that I don't necessarily feel super safe in. Not that it's like crazy and scary. I think I just feel nervous about it because I'm not, oh my gosh, that was so bright. I think I just feel nervous about it because I'm not as familiar with it, but I'm still gonna go. I'm gonna be brave. Okay, it's me 5 seconds later. I actually talked to my mom and she is going to come with me, as well as my younger sister who is pregnant and actually due any day now. So she is trying to like walk around to kind of induce her labor. So I thought she might like to come with us, but now we're making it a little girls trip, which is so fun. I no longer have anxiety and I don't have to go by myself. Now I'm like so excited and no more anxiety. So let's go have a little girls shopping trip. Again with the ads, it's so bright. Okay. Hello, you guys. It has been, I'm not even joking, 6.5 hours since I last talked to you. You cannot trust me and my mom and my sisters when we go out to shop. We just go from one store to another. Genuinely, I think we went to like 5 stores. I found some good stuff. But it is now 9:30 p.m. We left at 3. Okay, sorry, I paused the recording for a second because my sister and her husband and my aunt just got here. So if you hear them talking in the background, that's what that is. But anyway, it is now actually 10:19 because I just spent another 40 minutes talking to them. So today has fully gotten away from me, but that's okay because this is kind of like, I'm finishing series I'm in the middle, but also kind of like mood reading throughout a few days. I don't know what this vlog is gonna be called, but whatever. Anyway, I wanted to really quickly show you guys some books because I also got some book mail. As you can see here, I got this copy of The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue. I've been talking about this copy nonstop. This is the illustrated anniversary edition, which is just so pretty. Honestly, it's a little bit thicker than I was expecting it to be. It's like so, oh my god, it's like so hard to tell online sometimes. Definitely a little bit longer than I was expecting, but I'm so excited to get to this one, and it is just as beautiful in person. So I was very excited to get that in the mail and look at it. I think it looks so cute. I love the illustrations in it. I don't know, it's just like so pretty, and I love beautiful books. As I was talking about this one earlier, like that's the back of the book. I just love beautiful books. And then at Target, they were having a, well, first of all, I looked on Target.com to see if any of the Targets had this boxed set, but there was only one Target in like all of Arizona that actually had them, and it was in Tempe. And then when we got there, me and my mom could only find one box there, so that was definitely meant to be. I got the last box and it was like not in stores anywhere else. I'm so excited to have the physical copies. So I got the boxed set, and then I got number 5 because they don't have any boxed sets that has all 5 of them together, or I think it goes over here actually, but they didn't have any box sets that had all 5 of them together. So I just got number 5, and then Target was having a buy 2 get 1 free sale, so then I got another copy of Binding 13. Now, some of you may be saying, Hallie, you've never even read Binding 13 yet, and this is your 3rd copy of it. And to that, I would say, I don't know. I got this because—
Have you really not read that series?
No, I just feel like I'm gonna like it. I ordered the Eternal Embers Larry Reed's collab special edition dust covers for Binding 13 and Keeping 13, and then I also pre-ordered the special edition with the dust jacket for Saving 6 and Redeeming 6 of the Larry Reed's thing. This is like the floppiest book I have ever seen in my entire life though. Like,
damn, dude.
it's actually insane how floppy it is. So I got this one, it was free. So like, and second of all, because I needed a physical copy to put the dust jacket on, because Eternal Embers originally released the special edition of Binding 13 and Keeping 13, but then so many people wanted it and weren't able to get it that they did a second release where you could just get the dust jacket for the book, and this is the copy that it fits. So when those get in, I will have the physical copy for this. I need to go get Keeping 13 in this size so that it fits as well, and then I'll have all 4 of them that match. If I don't like the series when I read it, maybe I'll do like a giveaway or something.
Look how cute on the—
I know, their heads.
Yeah.
I noticed that too.
So in the next book, it'll probably be the—
Yeah, because they're like alternating. I was trying to see if they were like looking at each other or something.
That's what I think they're—
Look, and he's blushing. Wait, that's so cute. He's looking at him and he's blushing in this one. I am so excited to have the physical copies for this series. I don't think I'm gonna keep it in the box because if you've watched any of my videos before, anytime I do an unboxing and I have the box, I literally take the books out and then I'm like, I don't need the box. I do keep them in my garage because I am slightly a hoarder, so I can't fully get rid of a lot of things, so I just push them to the side for later. But I'm so excited to have the physical copy for these. Because I have done so much yapping, I don't think I'm actually going to read the second Heartstopper today because I want to get this video edited so that I can get it posted and stuff. And my original plan was to come home and relax and read the second one. The covers of these are so cute. Hold on. Before I close us out, let me show the covers because they're just so cute. This is the cover of the first book, and if you've never seen the inside, it is like kind of colored. It's like green and black and white for the shading. Thank you, Marquis. But just so cute. The only thing I don't like is like they don't open up super wide. Still love them though. So this is number 1, and then we have number 2 here, which is so cute. And then we have number 3, which this one's so cute. They're like wearing backpacks and they have a map, so I wonder if they go on like a little road trip or something in this one. That's so cute. Then we have number number 4. This might be one of my favorites just because I love the colors. We all know I like pink and purple, so. Number 5, which I think that this one just recently came out. I don't know when it came out, but this obviously is the most recent release. I don't know how many books are supposed to be in this series, but I think there are supposed to be like 1 or 2 more at least that come out. I'm so excited to read these. I feel like reading them physically is gonna be different than reading them on the Kindle for sure. So I'm excited to like see the reading experience and see how I like it. But that concludes my little mini haul. It's so fun to show you guys the books that I bought because I have honestly bought quite a few books this year and I haven't had a chance to show them off. So maybe at the end of the year I'll do like a little book haul of some of the books that I bought this year or something. So yeah, that's my little book haul for this video. But like I said, it is 10:30 now and my sister and aunt and everyone is here and we are just yapping away and I need to get this video edited. So I am going to end the vlog. I know this was like kind of a different style than I normally do, but sometimes it's fun to just do like a short little casual multiple day vlog and that's it. So okay, I'm gonna end the video here. If you have not subscribed already, make sure to subscribe before you go. I would love to see you in some of my future videos. That's all I have for today's video. I will see you in the next one.